I'm one of those guys where like when I make a play, like I'm a do something. Like whether that's like a celebration, a dance, anything, just whatever comes in my head at that moment, I'm gonna do it. Just because that gives me like confidence. Like that's a confidence builder for me. And the more I like, put myself in those situations and do things after I make plays, it just adds on top of each other.
What's up, guys? Welcome into the Next Up podcast. I'm Adam Breneman. We're on campus at Penn State today, actually on Coach Franklin's balcony, practice field behind us, doing a little Penn State season preview series of podcasts with coaches, players, everything you need to know about Penn State football going into the season, happening right here over the next few days on my YouTube channel. Before we get to the interviews, please subscribe to this channel, whether you're on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Press that subscribe button. All your support allows us to travel around the country and have some of the best guests in the country in college football on this show. So please, guys, support the channel. Let's go talk to the guys. Next up. Before we get to the pod, I want to tell you all about our newest sponsor, Athletic Greens. And let me tell you, when I found out about this sponsor, I was fired up because I've been using Athletic Greens for years, and I want to promote to you guys the things I actually use. I love Athletic Greens. As a former Division I athlete, I've tried countless supplements, and recently, my nutrition and my health has become a bigger deal for me as I get farther away from my playing career. And let me tell you, Athletic Greens is the real deal, has me feeling healthy and energized every single day. With as much as I'm on the road, traveling, shooting podcasts, it's hard to have a healthy diet, hard to have healthy nutrition, hard for me to get my vitamins and minerals every single day. My doctor even told me that last time I saw him. But with Athletic Greens, I get 75 plus vitamins, minerals, and a bunch of other healthy things. I don't even know what they are, but I know they're good for you. And when I wake up every single day now, I feel energized, my digestion has never been better, and I'm ready to attack each and every day because of Athletic Greens and AG1. So if you want to take ownership of your health like I am right now, try AG1 today at drinkag1.com/nextup, and you get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs when you go to my link, tryag1.com/nextup. And guys, all of you who support this podcast, you guys supporting our sponsors helps me a ton. So please go support AG1 and support Next Up through the process and optimize your health and nutrition today. drinkag1.com/nextup. Check it out. We good?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming on, man. I'm excited to talk to you.
You for having me.
We got 12 or so.
12 minutes?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, he's always on. He's like, you got 12, 13 minutes.
Yeah.
The time's precious. How's camp going? Feeling
good? Yeah, I'm feeling good. Just trying to stay healthy, stay on top of everything.
These are the days, like, was it practice 8?
Yep.
Practice 8 to like 14 becomes a blur.
It's this really where it like starts because we got no more classes and we about to start having like night meetings after practice. So like, yeah, it's about to get
real.
Yeah.
So wait, because you guys, Coach Yurcich was telling me, you guys are in classes the first couple weeks.
Today the last day actually. So
finals.
Yeah.
What's the number one thing when you watch your film from last year? You're like, I want to improve on this the most in training camp in 2023.
Really, just like the little things like film study and like route recognition, just like knowing like more things pre-snap, just so like I could put myself in like better positions to make even more plays. Because like last year, I think I was just going strictly off like athletic ability and just reaction. So now I'm just trying to, you feel me, slow the game down more for me so I can make the plays, you feel me, even more plays. Yeah.
What do you feel like is your elite characteristic? We just had Coach Smith on here, and he was saying that everyone we recruit's got to have one elite trait.
Yeah.
What would you say your elite trait is?
I feel like it's my competitiveness and my confidence. I feel like that's really what puts me like over the top because like I'm one of those guys where like when I make a play, like I'm a do something. Like whether that's like a celebration, a dance, anything, just whatever comes in my head at that moment, I'm gonna do it just because that gives me like confidence. Like that's a confidence builder for me. And the more I like, put myself in those situations and do things after I make plays, it just adds on top of each other.
How much are you taking the leadership role more seriously this year? Especially losing Joey Porter Jr., losing some of the leaders on defense. Are you kind of trying to be that vocal guy on that side of the ball?
I'm trying to become more of a leader because like previously in my career, I really didn't have to like, be that leader type of guy. But like now, and when I'm in the position I am now, like it's like I know people are looking at me to be more of that guy. So like I'm just trying to step up and become more of a leader to the room.
Take me through your recruiting process and how you decided on Penn State.
So my recruiting process was It was fun. It was kind of strange because when COVID happened, it messed a lot of things up.
Yeah.
But I got my first offer my freshman year, and then
freshman year.
Yeah,
you're a big man on campus freshman year, huh?
Yeah, not really, but me and Kobe, my twin brother, actually like we got like the same offers, like mostly the same offers every day. Like every day I got one, he got one. It was like a pattern like that. And at one point, Kobe wanted to go to Wisconsin, so we was gonna split up for a minute. But
oh really?
We had like talked with our family and with each other, and just we settled in on one place. But I say like it came down to, for me, it ultimately came down to Michigan and Penn State, and it was hard to choose. But I say the coaches here is what mars them like a little bit further, because like just the relationship I built with Coach Terry and how Coach Franklin was talking to me, like they were very genuine people. So that's what ultimately led me to choose Penn State.
Give me your best Coach Franklin story.
Best Coach Franklin, like recruiting?
Yeah, like just sometime where you realized he was that was a coach you wanted to play for, or even after you got here, you realized that's the kind of coach that you want to go out there and get a W for.
Well, let me see. So during the whole like recruiting process, Coach Franklin was like big on like family oriented environment. So like this is a very family oriented place. So when I came on, I think it was a junior day, and Coach Franklin brought my whole family in like his office, and we were just talking, just chopping it up. And that conversation that we had, like it was like one of the most, like, you feel me, genuine convos that a coach has ever had with like my family as a whole. So after that, I was like, yeah, like this. So it just felt, everything just felt right.
Yeah. Who are some of the other guys on defense during training camp so far you feel like are stepping up? How's even opposite of you at like with Johnny Dixon, but other guys around the defense? So
I would say Cam Miller. He's another corner for us. He's one of those guys who've been he taken huge strides from last year. He just keep getting better. Like ever since he got on campus, he just been one of those guys who just continuously going on a trend upward. So Cam Miller definitely. I like how our freshmen are doing. Elliot Washington, Zion Tracy. I like those guys. Ellie is one of like probably the most athletic dude on the team with speed, power. Yeah. He's strong, fast. It's crazy. And Zion, he's fast too. He's very fluid. He got great hips. So good ball skills. So I'm definitely excited about those three guys in the corner room. But as far as offense, I would say Trey Wallace is a guy who's been making a lot of strides. And Keandre Lambert-Smith and Drew Alar, those are three guys on the offensive side who I can say, like, yeah, I feel like they're ready to, make a lot of plays this year.
Yeah. Taking a quick break from the pod to tell you about our new sponsor, Manscaped. Guys, here's the reality. It is summertime. Summertime means more fun, more ladies, more time on the beach. And what's crucial during that time? You have to look good, top to bottom, literally. The way I make sure I'm looking good and fresh and light every day in the summer is with Manscaped. The Performance Package 4.0 has me feeling my best. Last time I was at the pool about 2 weeks ago, I had the shirt off, my face was clean, I was groomed well below, and my confidence was at an all-time high, and it paid dividends for me. Here's why I love the Performance Package 4.0. The Performance Package 4.0 has everything you could ever need to keep you looking your best. It comes with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and even a travel bag to hold all your tools. Trust me, guys, you don't want to miss out on this bundle. So guys, go to manscaped.com and use my code ADAMB for 20% off and free shipping to get what you need to be feeling good this summer. That's code ADAMB at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. And guys, supporting the sponsors of this podcast like Manscaped helps support me and allows me to do this podcast every week for all of you. So go to manscaped.com, use my code ADAMB for 20% off and free shipping. What as far as goals in 2023, what are some of your personal goals, and then what's the team goal this year?
So team goal, man, I want to just win as many games as possible. I feel like we got the team this year to make it really far. I feel like we can be very special, and I just want to really just win. Really, that's it. And personally, I just feel like, man, I got a lot of expectations on my shoulders right now, a lot of preseason hype and all that. But the main thing I'm trying to do this season is just be the same player I was my whole career, really.
Yeah.
Not think too much, not put too much pressure on myself, just stay level-headed and just, be the same person that I have been the whole time. And I feel like everything will play out and it'll work for itself.
How do you balance all the outside expectations, the hype, the noise? I mean, everywhere you look, you're on every preseason list and all that stuff. How much do you see? I mean, you obviously see it, right?
Yeah,
you see that
it.
stuff.
I see
How do you use it as motivation? Do you just ignore it?
Yeah, so I feel like as far as like the preseason accolades and awards, I don't really think too much of that because I done seen multiple cases where guys have been preseason All-Americans or mock draft top 10 picks and all that, but it doesn't actually work out that way. So I just take mock drafts and preseason accolades for what they are because they're not really final and they're not really the true list. It's just what they think before the season. So
means nothing, right?
it don't really mean nothing to me.
Yeah. When you're done playing football in 15 years, what are you going to be doing?
So I was thinking about becoming a sports analyst, something like Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
And
you got the hot takes?
Yeah, Shannon Sharp, one of those,
Yeah.
Because I be watching First Take and all that all the time, so I feel like I can be one of those type of guys.
You gonna do just football analysis or every sport?
I feel like I can do every sport, but I'm gonna have to learn more about other sports. But football for sure though.
Yeah. No, that's definitely the hard part.
Yeah.
What one thing I want to ask you is of the 4 core values: positive attitude, great work ethic, compete in everything you do, must be willing to sacrifice. What's your favorite one?
Me personally, it's compete in everything you do because I'm a very competitive person, and I feel like I get that because of the position I play. So I play corner, and I feel like that's the hardest position in football. So you got to be competitive all the time at corner because it's literally play by play. A lot of people watching from the outside, they just they'll really judge you off one play, but that's the hard part about being a corner is you get criticized so easily for one play, and you could have played the whole game real good, and then the last play of the game you get beat, and that's all they remember. Yeah. So
they only show you getting beat, right?
Yeah. So
what's your mental process when you have that alpha dog mentality? What's your process when you do? Because at corner you get beat. You're going to get beat at some point.
Right.
What are you doing mentally? You get beat. You just give up a 30-yard catch. You're walking back, and you gotta go line up 20 seconds later. Right. What are you telling yourself in that 20 seconds to move on to the next play?
Really, just next play mentality. Really, because when I first came in my freshman year, I was bad. Because I'm coming from high school, I was not really used to getting beat like that. So coming here, my freshman year, and I had to guard Jahan Dotson and Parker Washington and guys like that. Yeah. So as soon as I was getting beat, man, I just started I used to beat myself bad. I used to. After one play, I used to be down for the rest of the practice, and now I'm just trying. I'm more working on this side to just having a quick next play mentality, forgetting about what happened in the past because it's next play.
Yeah.
Can't you? Because the only thing that's gonna do is if I dwell on the last loss, then it's just gonna affect me in the next play, in the next quarter, next drive. So I just try to keep a one play mentality and just restart my mind every play. So, yeah.
How much does having the opening game that you guys had this year, West Virginia at home, primetime game on national TV, how much does having that game just increase your intensity all off season?
Wait, say that again.
Having the game that you had this in week 1, you got a primetime game against West Virginia. It's not like you're playing a normal week 1 opponent. Mm-hmm. So it's a big time game. How much does that increase the intensity that the team has in training camp, knowing that there's no time to just there's no cupcake week 1, right?
Yeah. I feel like it definitely increases the intensity, but I feel like with our team right now, the intensity is going to be brought regardless who we're playing, whether it's, you feel me, a good opponent or an opponent that's not as good. I just feel like we keeping that same intensity no matter who we're playing. But it's definitely I'm really looking forward to that game because that's the first, me personally, that's my first home game opener that I've had since I've been here. Every other game before, every other year we was away. So it feels good to finally be home for the opener.
Well, cool, man. I appreciate your time. I'm excited to see you this season.
Appreciate you.
I know it's going to be a big year.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Yep. Have fun practice.
Yep.
See you, brother.
There you go.
Appreciate that, man.
Here's your water, please.
Thanks.
Sweating over there. Before we get to the pod, I want to tell you all about our newest sponsor, Athletic Greens. And let me tell you, when I found out about this sponsor, I was fired up because I've been using Athletic Greens for years, and I want to promote to you guys the things I actually use. I love Athletic Greens. As a former Division I athlete, I've tried countless supplements, and recently, my nutrition and my health has become a bigger deal for me as I get farther away from my playing career. And let me tell you, Athletic Greens is the real deal, has me feeling healthy and energized every single day. With as much as I'm on the road, traveling, shooting podcasts, it's hard to have a healthy diet, hard to have healthy nutrition, hard for me to get my vitamins and minerals every single day. My doctor even told me that last time I saw him. But with Athletic Greens, I get 75 plus vitamins, minerals, and a bunch of other healthy things. I don't even know what they are, but I know they're good for you. And when I wake up every single day now, I feel energized, my digestion has never been better, and I'm ready to attack each and every day because of Athletic Greens and AG1. So if you want to take ownership of your health like I am right now, try AG1 today at drinkag1.com/nextup, and you get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs when you go to my link, tryag1.com/nextup. And guys, all of you who support this podcast, you guys supporting our sponsors helps me a ton. So please go support AG1 and support Next Up through the process and optimize your health and nutrition today. drinkag1.com/nextup. Check it out. Next Up.
Yeah, it was a good time. I had to fly back that same night.
Really? For
yeah.
what?
So basically I'm in the intensive Spanish class. So I had to be back for the 8 a.m. Practice, but I just finished. I got a B in all 3 of them.
You did?
Yeah.
What was that, Spanish 2, Spanish 3?
Yeah. Well, I got a B in 2 of them because my girl was here to help me. But one she had went back to Miami, so that's when I got the C.
Struggling? Man, I struggled with Spanish too when I was here, bro.
It was rough.
We good, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
We're good? I appreciate you doing this, man. I'm excited to talk to you. How was practice today? Good?
It was good. It was a lot of guys flying around.
It's a long one. It was long.
Yeah, it's definitely a hot one. It was earlier in the day. But it's just great to have guys out there flying around. Offense looks great, giving us great competition, and the defense is just, we respond every time. So it's great to see that.
Give me the state of the union on the defense right now. Like how you feeling? Things looking good in practice? How are the guys looking? You feel good about it?
I feel good. The sky's the limit. We just got to keep repping it every day, keep working on our fastballs, keep going and keep chopping every day. And I feel like we'll be where we want to be.
Yeah. What's it like playing for Coach Diaz? Give me some stories, man.
It's a high standard. It's not for the weak. You got to be a strong-minded guy because he wants perfect and he's gonna coach perfect. So you have to be willing to accept criticism and respond. And I feel like we have a lot of guys that are able to do that.
Yeah, he seems like an intense dude, right? Mm-hmm. Is he intense every day?
Yeah. He, like he said, he wants us to be able to get over the hump and be where we want to be. And in order to do that, we have to be held to a certain standard. And it's my job as a leader on the team to enforce that for him as well. Yeah.
Take me through your decision to come back this season for another year here. What went into that? What went into that thought process, and why did you decide to come back for this season?
Just growth as a player, as a man, and as a teammate. I felt like I wasn't where I wanted to be, and I felt like this team wasn't where we should be. Yeah. And I felt like I could be a major contributor to that. And I always bring it back to my teammates because I love those guys, and I felt like it was time to run it back with my guys. Yeah,
had to do it. Was Coach Diaz and Coach Franklin hyped when you told them you were coming back?
Yeah, they were hyped. But at the same time, they brought me in that room right there, and they told me what it is. They told me where I would go if I left, and they gave me their opinions. And based off of that, I had a conversation with my family, had a conversation with people close to me, and I made that decision. And they were super excited. Yeah.
Where do you feel like yourself personally has gotten better the most between last season and now?
Just my speed and my play recognition. I've been really diving into film, diving into certain tendencies that I see from offenses, and I feel like my recognition before the play and even during the play is way ahead of where I was the past 3 years.
We just talked to Nick Singleton. We're having Katron Allen on, all these great players on offense. What's it like going against guys like that every day? You got some of the best players in the country you're competing against every single day in practice.
It's iron sharpens iron, man. You know, I'm a linebacker, so obviously I got to go against Theo Johnson, Tyler Warren, Nick, Fat Man, and even Trey Potts. That's 5 elite guys right there that's been doing it and have proven themselves on the Big Ten. So just going against those guys, it only makes me better as a player, and it makes my linebackers better. So I feel like we just attack those reps every day, and it makes us better.
Yeah. Who are some of the guys on the team that, offense and defense, that impressed you during training camp so far?
One guy that's really impressing, or two guys really that are really impressing me right now are KJ Winston and Denai Dennis Sutton. KJ, he's heat-seeking missile. He just flies to the ball. I love his energy that he brings to practice every day. It's really infectious, and it helps us as a team. And Denai, he's massive, and he's gonna attack. He gets downhill, drives every play, and I feel like both of those guys are due for breakout seasons this year. Yeah, no, Denai is not a small dude. Man. Yeah, he's not at all.
What's the part of your game that you kind of wanted to, when you look back on your film, you know, you said your speed and the play recognition. What's maybe the one or two things where you're like, I got to get better at this immediately this season?
It's just seeing plays. Yeah. Obviously, as a linebacker, you have to be able to think quick on your feet, see things and react. And I feel like it was a certain amount of plays I was slow to react last year, and I feel like now seeing those plays and going back through them, I'm able to log back in and get those plays to the point where I can react to them.
Yeah, it's all about playing fast, right? And not thinking. Guys, we have a new sponsor for the Next Up podcast, Caldera Lab, and I am fired up. Because of Caldera Lab, I'm able to put my best face forward. How do I do that? By adding a skincare routine from Caldera Lab into my day every single day. Now, I know what you're saying. There's no way this guy sticks to a skincare routine, but joke's on you, because there's no way this face stays this clean and looks this good without it. And honestly, it's not that hard. I just needed the tools, and now I have them from Caldera Lab. Here's some insight on my personal routine. Number one, the clean slate. It's a face wash that starts and ends every single day for me. Number two, the base layer, a moisturizer that hydrates my skin. And number three, the good, a bedtime night serum that has my skin feeling tighter and smoother than ever before. The skincare world is not just for females anymore, it's for men too, and it's doing wonders for me. So what are y'all waiting for? Go to calderalab.com/AdamB for 20% off their best products. That's a huge discount at calderalab.com/AdamB. And guys, supporting our sponsors like Caldera Lab supports me and allows me to do this podcast every single week for all of you. So please support Caldera Lab at calderalab.com/AdamB for 20% off. Your mom's super important to you. I know you're close with your family. Tell me about your relationship with your family and how cool it is to bring them along on this journey with you.
It's awesome. My mom and dad, they have been super supportive, super hardworking since I was born. I'm the youngest of four, so just seeing all of them grow up playing basketball, ripping and running, going to sports, doing this, and still working to provide for a family. I owe them the world for that. Yeah. And I love that I can bring my parents up here. It's so close, and we can just have that connection every day. Yeah.
What's your favorite part of playing at Penn State, and what's maybe the toughest part about it?
My favorite part, I gotta say night games. Those, they really bring the energy out. It can be tone setters for a season, really. Like this first game against West Virginia, that's going to set the tone for the season. And then worst part, I gotta say winter workouts, man. It's just like, it's like you're looking down the tunnel and you can kind of see the light, but it's like you're so far away and you just got to keep grinding every day. And I really attest that to our strength staff for really bringing the juice and making us able to come and work every day and show us that it's going to pay off when we get to the season.
How's the intensity been this offseason? I was just talking to Nick. I feel like the intensity is an all-time high right now. Everything matters right now.
Yeah, I feel like we have great leaders at every position, and we did a great job just enforcing that throughout the offseason, that if we want to get where we want to be, we got to work harder than anyone else in the country, and I feel like we've done that.
Take me through your training camp routine on a day like today. Like, give the fans an insight on, like, what are you doing start to finish today of all the responsibilities you have.
Yeah, so we're starting in the morning. Now that my class is over, we're starting in the morning around 8, just getting in, getting breakfast, getting stretched out. Then we have our meetings, our walkthroughs, our lift. We finish that. Get a little downtime, little 30-minute nap. It's crucial because
gotta get it in.
you gotta get sleep. I feel like that's the most important part of this camp schedule, man. It can get hectic, but then you come back for meetings. And one thing I've been really trying to get into my routine is stretching when I can. I feel like that goes a long way, keeping my legs under me. That's gonna provide me the best, especially with injury prevention going down the road, because everyone has to be available when we play West Virginia. Then we come out here and we practice, we compete. And then after that, we finish up film, night meetings, and then restart the day.
All over again,
So
all over again.
It's a grind, but it definitely pays off when you're where you want to be.
Yeah, the next 2 weeks of camp are the big grind, right?
Yeah.
It's all blur.
Yeah. Big grind.
I've been asking everyone that comes on here, of the 4 Penn State core values, Coach Franklin's positive attitude, work ethic, compete, sacrifice. What's your favorite one and why?
Yeah, so about a year ago, I probably would have told you competition, because I'm a competitive guy. I love competition, whether it's me versus a player one-on-one out here, or it's me versus myself. I really thrive in that area, but I've started to really dive into positive attitude because doing this for a long time, it can really weigh on your mental. And this is just advice for any football player out there. I feel like a positive attitude and just attacking every day just positively and just not letting that negative energy get into you, I feel like it goes a long way, especially keeping your mental in this game. It's a grind. And I feel like that's one of the most important parts to me right now. And it feels like that's why I've been doing so well.
Yeah, I love that. I agree. Positive attitude to me is the most important one. Like it's contagious too to others.
It's definitely contagious, and it can bring somebody else up out of their dark situation. And I feel like that's really important for a team as well as a player.
No doubt. Last thing I got for you, man. How will you define success for yourself this season and for the team?
Just winning.
Yeah.
We made a goal when we started training camp, even when we started winter workouts, just to lead the nation in wins. And that starts with us attacking every day and coming out here and competing with each other, just trying to win out here before we can go to Beaver Stadium and win. So that's the most important to me, just winning.
Sweet, man. Well, I appreciate your time, bro. I'm excited to see you this season. Have a big year, man. Appreciate your time, man. Thank you. Good to see you, man.
Thanks for coming out.